So here we have a couple pen-style AC voltage detectors. And I have two of these because I accidentally, I misread the way this graphic looked. Like, without paying too much attention, it looks like this one has a pin tip, but as it turns out, they both have this sort of, let's get the right angle, sort of a flat side for them. And these are designed for plugging into your, over here, your sockets, your standard AC sockets. So what you do is you take your device, you need some batteries inside of it, place it inside the socket. So no, nothing happens there. But if you place it inside the live side, it starts flipping out. So these are devices that you use to detect AC voltage. Now they don't have to go in sockets, they just have to be near a wire. So this lamp up here, it will detect the presence of an AC voltage. If you don't have the right angle though, it won't necessarily detect it. So you gotta be right near the wire. Like so. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but let's see, where is it? Inside this, you might be able to see a very faint wire inside the plastic tip there. So that's what these are. These are basically a simple little device made of plastic, so it doesn't conduct, with a tiny wire inside. And due to some sort of magic, we'll call it, they when this wire gets excited, some property however it's set up, they've got a circuit inside them that's designed to flip out and go crazy. Now, unfortunately, you should never trust the ratings on these Chinese import devices. Like this guy's rated Cat 2, 1000 volts, which is probably about right. This one is listed as rated Cat 3, 1000 volts. The little squiggly means AC, but really, you go to the website that's selling these things, it's listed as Cat 2, so, a lot of these devices, they're not actually safety certified, so it's a bit of a gamble. But literally, these guys are designed only for one purpose, and that's to detect AC voltages. So they at least accomplish their very basic task. Like, you would not want to use these if you're like the kind of person that looking up a real, mains voltage to like an apartment building or house. You don't want to use one of these cheap Chinese imports. Like this guy here cost me about $1.50. This guy costs $1.25. You don't want to use those for serious work. But the fact of the matter is, these guys are a solid piece of plastic with a very simple circuit inside. So you can hope that these Chinese knockoff makers are capable of producing a product made of plastic of enough thickness to not blow your house up. So this orange guy here is actually a clone of a really good one of these. Something called the Fluke Volt Alert. And if you notice, it looks just like it. Although, let's flip this over. Yeah, it's reversed. They flip the little head here around. So it's basically identical. They even stripped off the colors. The color scheme is exactly the same, although I guess the button here is white instead of green. But basically, it's a clone of that, the Fluke Volt Alert, and the good one is actually rated Cat 4, which, from what I understand, is like serious electrical work, like hooking up an apartment building. Like we're talking like stupid like transformer electrical awesomeness, which is not what someone like me would ever do. No, this is basically, I'm sure this is good enough. I'm sure this is safe enough. It's literally ripped off in every way, every sense, and by design. Is, as I said, it's just a big, huge chunk of plastic here with a little wire and then a very simple circuit that flips out when it detects something. So I think it's okay. This guy is listed as Cat 2, but to be honest, these guys are not tested. So it's a risk technically either way. But again, all these stupid little things do is just check for the presence of power, AC power. And, we use AC power all the time. Now, even though these two devices really aren't actually safety certified, I would actually still recommend this guy here, the orange one. For one, it's probably a rip-off of the guts of the good one. But this one is a piece of junk. For example, sorry, let me just switch hands here. I'll put this by the line here, and as you can see, it just lights up. This other one has a little speaker inside that's really noisy and really cool. You can tell it's found something just by listening. Yeah. That's much better. And the other thing is the battery compartments. So this one's actually relatively easy to open. I wonder if I could do it one-handed. You kind of push down the black orange part here, and it's the whole orange piece slides out like so. And then you fit your batteries in like right there. There's the speaker you can see right there, the little black box there. And I'll just pop the batteries out. It's fairly simple. Takes a couple batteries, has a spring in there. I can't pop the board out. It's actually in there quite tight. There's little latches inside the case and they keep the board in place. So it's actually really well constructed, very sturdy. I quite like it. So, you know, it's 25 cents more. And then you got this guy here, which, as we said, you know, it has no, it's got no beeper in there. It's just a light. But this battery compartment is just garbage. It clicks for one. That's not even the problem. Getting it open is crazy. You have to kind of stick a butter knife in this little latch here and then open it like so. I can't do it with my hand. I'm gonna hurt myself if I do. But you gotta, you know, you gotta use like a knife or something to get this open, but not an actual sharp knife because then you'll cut the plastic because it's so cheap. Yeah. I can't even do. I'm not gonna be able to open this one-handed. I have to do it off camera. There. I got this open, but as you might be able to see, can we zoom in on that? I've basically, there you go. You can see the marks I've made to the little lip there. Like I have to damage this to get this open. It's a real pain in the butt. So I really don't recommend this cheaper one. You know, I basically bought it by mistake because, like I said before, I thought it was a pin tip, but it's not that. It's just junk. So yeah, that slips inside of there. I'm sorry. Let me show you that. It's got a little clip there. You put the clip inside the good side, and it closes up. Let's try to pull the batteries out. Let's see what we can see inside this one. So it also takes 2 AAAs, and very kind of simple. You know, it's got a spring on one side. Apologies for the lighting, and you really can't see the rest of it. It's well sealed. Like this lip right here is, you can feel it, but it's still fairly good. Actually, both have a really good sort of lip on them, even though this one actually opens entirely. They both really feel solid. But the battery compartment is garbage on this one, and they don't have a speaker on it, which is not cool. Now I want to show again how well constructed these are. It's got little grooves here along the edges there. And what you do is you slide this piece in there, which has other grooves, so you get a really nice and tight fit in there. It's really great. So I'm just going to kind of pop this in here like so, and slide this back together, and ta-da. And one other feature I might as well show off, what the button does, well, it actually works like a flashlight. Let's go someplace dark. It's not the brightest flashlight, but we'll go in this little dark corner here. And, you know, very basic flashlight. So, yeah, it's a multi-tool. It didn't need to do that. The flashlight's totally just silly, but it does flashlight too. So yeah, I like this piece of junk much better than this guy here. They actually sent me 2 of them for some reason. I only ordered 1, but, well, whatever. I got 2 of them. I'll probably give one to my mom and my brother, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to use these ones anymore. This one's good. I like this one. Go with the orange one. Thumbs up. Whoop.